started with like Put You Through Me was the first song that we wrote for the new record. We didn't know exactly where we were going to go with the record for a little bit. It took a little bit of like writing several of the songs to kind of figure out the direction for it, but we did Put You Through Me with our buddies Spencer Jordan and Knox Morris and Jack Book, and that was sort of like the first song that sort of helped pick the direction. Like it still felt very like within the world of our last release, Be More, but it still felt very fresh to us. And then kind of getting into songs like Over It and High, we got to kind of expand on that sound a little bit. And then, by the time we had written the title track, Built to Last, we kind of knew where the direction of the rest of the record was going to go. That was sort of that it is the last song on the record. And we used that song to kind of finish out the rest of the story of the album of Built to Last, and we ended up writing songs like Seeing Red and Beauty in the Fall and Checking In, and Built to Last very much, the title track very much directed where those songs went.
We started with a different title, um, and just found that about halfway through the process, and we were on one of our little like writing excursions, that the songs weren't really fitting the mood that title would suggest. And Victor had the demo for Built to Last around for a while at that point, and we found that sentiment was just fitting everything that we were working towards way more. And by the time the whiteboard came out, and the song had all the songs that we had and the gaps we needed to fill in the story, um, Built to Last just made so much sense for it, and I think conveyed the sentiment that we want to convey as a band to our fans too. And just a little bit of the sentiment of like putting out our first record independently, sort of making the statement that we're here for good, we're here for our people, that kind of thing.
We wrote the credits, I guess back sometime October, was it 2021 or 2022? It was a while ago.
Yeah.
We had kind of built out the song. I think we had almost all of the song written. We had our own second verse that Julian replaced and improved on from Loveless. But yeah, we knew we wanted to work with Loveless and Mag Park in some way, and we had that song. We reached out to Loveless first, sent him the track, gave him like that open verse and chorus, and sent back, an amazing addition to the song. And I was teasing it on Twitter a little bit, and I guess Magnolia Park kind of like got word of that, and they reached out to us and they were like, "Yo, like, can we get it on this track with you guys and make it just like this awesome like trifecta of like TikTok, rock bands?" And we're like, of course. So getting that final version was so cool. And we had hoped to collab with both of them, and then just to put it all in one song, I think was a little bit of a ballsy move, but we were excited about it. So we love that song.
Jesse and Julian had been kind of going back and forth on Twitter for a little while, Jesse and Loveless. So that relationship had kind of been online, as the internet goes. And then Magnolia Park has actually stayed. We're here in Nashville, and during one of their shows, they came and crashed with us. We all had a big like hot tub party. It was a great time, and we got to know them really, really well over this tour that we just got to do with them. And they're some of our favorite people in the world, those Mag Park guys.
Yeah, so we met the home team back in 2019. Another wonderful Twitter relationship turned real life. They were looking for shows in Florida, and I got our like Twitter fan base to tag us enough, and they were like, okay, like apparently these guys have something going on. So we did 5 shows with them in Florida in 2019. It was part of their tour, and we used it as like our like EP release tour and show in our hometown Gainesville. And since then, we just hit it off with them really well. Had so many random little nerdy connections that it was like almost, it was a little funny. We're like, huh, you guys like Mandalorian and Adventure Time and all these other things? Okay, I think we might be friends for a while. So we actually just met up with them again in Nashville. When we were writing the song Wide Eyes, we kind of already knew we wanted them on the track. I think it just had a little guitar lick to start, and it felt home teamy to us. And
Yeah.
we already knew we wanted them on the track before, I don't know, before it was even a song. So we were so stoked to get them on it. And yeah, I'm sure there will be lots of Arrow's home team things in the future.
It is funny to like to put out a full length record finally and like a very single focused um time, like for lack of a better way to say it. But it's exciting because now we're finally able to just make content for all those songs. So for the people who are only finding out about band's music and our music in particular on TikTok, they might not even know that the record's out. And so they're getting tons of videos for tons of new songs. And some of the funny things that you might see are like, oh, there's already a new song. There's already a new song. And then they kind of put together, okay, the record's out and they go to the record. And then with our fans who are aware of the record and consuming all the content, I think some of the most fun reactions that we've seen um, are their surprises to the songs that are kind of different for us. So seeing Red, sort of the heavier song with the screaming and breakdown and everything, has gotten a lot of excited and partially confused reactions from folks, and I think that's been really fun.
I mean, every night that we got to play the credits with Mag Park was phenomenal. It was so much fun, and the crowd was so ready for it. It was so cool to be able to put that song out like right before we went on tour with them, and we're like, all right, everyone knows we're gonna play this every night, and you all have access to the song, so it's not like just a TikTok now. You can sing along to it. So that was incredible. We did checking in on this last tour. We wanted to, kind of do a sneak peek of one of the songs, and we really wanted to push that song, and so that one became it is very special to all of us, and I think it became very special to the fans who got to hear it early. And then when the single released, they were, all over it and knew all the words. One of the ones I'm most excited to play, I'm going to go ahead and steal this one from the guys, is that it's Seeing Red.
Yeah.
I think we're all very excited to play Seeing Red.
So we have this headlining tour coming up that we're super excited about. I mean, the show is going to be the longest show we've ever done. It's going to be the most involved show we've ever done. Outfits, lights, new banner, just the whole nine. Some of the coolest venues that we've ever played. Like some of these names you hear in documentaries and stuff growing up, and we are just really excited to get out there. So if you're in the U.S. or those little bits of Canada we're getting to, come hang. We have other touring things that we cannot say yet, but that we hope that we'll be announcing very soon that we're excited about. And because of the way that we write, we just batch a ton of stuff at a time. We write a lot. Not everything made the record, and there's a lot of stuff that we are excited to share. But that will happen a while down the road. But we always got something up our sleeve, so stay tuned.